want you to know is that, you know, when it comes to immigration, right? Once they set an immigration rule, if they say that this is what they will do, sure, you know that when you actually want to apply for it, they'll start doing more. As if they did not say it. Have you noticed that? And the favorite victim of this is UK. UK is good in doing this. They'll tell you this is what, this is something, this is clinical. But then when you apply for it, they'll start doing more to one side, as if it's not them that say it. So that's one thing that you should know. There's a difference between what is written on the website, the requirement, and what is achievable in reality. So these ones I've just told you 17 things, hidden facts. I know that there are still more that I don't know about, but let's wait for the first victim. Being in the UK does not make it any easier for you to get a job. I used to tell you, UK is not an equal opportunity employer. They are stingy with their tier 2. So that's why I'm telling you that any job that cannot offer you tier 2 from outside UK, they can never offer you even when you are inside UK. She ain't about me. People will say, this girl, you've clinical. I'm sure telling you. I meant to shake some tables, as you guys can see. Anyways, I meant to tell you guys about some hidden facts, hidden truths about the tier 5 visa, aka charity visa. When I actually started this channel around February or March, one of the topics I wanted to talk about was types of visa in UK that you can actually relocate with. So then I knew about tier 2 and tier 4. So I was like, if there's tier 2, there's tier 4, there should be tier 1, tier 2, tier this one. So tier 1 is actually religious visa, tier 2 is skilled visa, tier 3 is what? Clinical like that. So when I now got to tier 5, and I saw the charity visa, and of course I read on it, I was like, which type of visa is this one? I don't understand. And that was why I didn't talk about it, because as a normal Nigerian, you know that we want to jackpot, and in that view, when we want to jackpot, we'll do a jackpot that is going to be like a permanent, forever jackpot. Abi, when you let me jackpot, and the jackpot is as if it's like temporary jackpot, abi the jackpot that is liable to, you know. So that was why I didn't talk about it. But then a few weeks ago, it actually became a thing on YouTube. Just same way the tier 2 visa sponsorship became a thing, and now everybody's watching into it. I was like, okay, I just see Nigeria, any opportunity for people to jackpot, you're sure going there. You guys know I used to tell you that in as much as you want to leave the country, right? One thing is, you should not move to a country just because the visa is easy. Real life countries that actually offer benefits, countries that really offer good benefits for immigrants, their visa is not easy to come by. Yeah, look at the likes of USA, Canada, Australia are going to say easy, and so many countries like that. Countries that they have real benefit for you, their visa is not easy to come by. But you see those ones that they will use you and dump you, that they just want to use all the skills in your head and just throw you back to your home country. And their visa is always very easy to get and everything. So I used to tell people, it's okay if you want to leave Nigeria or your home country, but don't go to a country just because the visa is easy to get. Take your time, check your long time goals, your short time goals, your mid time goals, your everything. Even if they are giving you visa like come and go, wait, tell them, what's this visa for? What's the purpose of this visa? What's the long time? What's the clinical? Because like I've told you guys, I've seen so many people that actually travel outside the country, places like UK, Canada, and this thing, like they go and do masters and they will end up back in Nigeria. And then I'm like, so where did you go at first? You for just stay with us. Why you can't go? Yeah, there are so many people in Nigeria that are UK graduates. Yeah. So that's why I tell you, if you want to, it's fine if you want to leave, but take your time. Don't go because it's easy to get. Don't go because, you know. So I know Nigeria is not the perfect country, but then if God said that nothing will happen to you in Nigeria, nothing will happen to you. If God said that the only thing we're praying is God should keep protecting us and our loved ones. So in that view, you just have to take your time and plan. It does not worth it, because once you enter abroad, you can't think again. You can't think. Don't allow someone to deceive you that I enter abroad with 2 kobo and now I'm a millionaire. Mother long way. Madalong. The only place I know that you can do this is US, and that's because US has a very famous. And in that view, girl, you have to have a plan. It's only US that I know that you can go with 0 naira and still become somebody. USC that I know. I made a video about that. Any other country, and even at that US, any other country, my dear, don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Anyways, let's go over it. What are the hidden facts, hidden truths about tier 5 visa? I know you know some already. I'll tell you some and everything. First of all, the first thing is actually like an Oshofi work. Yep, you don't get paid for it. They call it charity of course. So you're doing charity for them. So you don't do charity in your home country, you're doing charity in the UK. But then, excuse me, we don't care as long as we are living in Nigeria. And it is Oshofi, you don't get paid for any job that you do. So the next one is you can apply to public fund. But anyways, who cares about public fund? Is that thing you want to come and borrow money from me? We still don't care. We will go. So the third one is you cannot switch to a permanent job unless you come back to your home country. I know most of you that are going, you'll be going with a view that, oh, when you go, maybe you look for maybe a care job or anything, then you will switch to a tier 2. This, my dear, you can't switch from tier 5 to tier 2. Horrible. If anybody is telling you that it's horrible, tell them Zimbabwe. It is not horrible. You can't change from. You can only change from tier 2 to tier 5, but you can't change from tier 5 to tier 2. If you have to change, it's possible. If you have to change, you have to come back to Nigeria to come and apply newly. But in that view, maybe if you've gotten a job in the UK that is ready to sponsor you. But I used to tell you, if you have this mindset that, oh, I'm moving to the UK with tier 5 visa sponsorship so that I can look for a job that will sponsor me for tier 2, then I will not come to Nigeria to come and apply for my visa. My dear, you will not see. What did I say? You will not see. People inside UK, Ghana, they are still looking for tier 2 sponsor. You now want to go so that you will come and apply again. If a job that is not ready to sponsor you from outside UK, we never sponsor you. They will say this girl, they will never sponsor you, because even those ones in UK that they are even sponsoring them, if you get to a time that once they see a British that is qualified, they will sack that person and apply and employ the British. They not tell you that one. So your best bet is your employer should actually be quitting from outside UK, because in that view they've spent money, they spent time, they spent effort, they spent everything. So before they will fire you and bring a UK person, a British person to come and sit down in your seat, they will think, but then if you're actually in the UK and they actually employ you, pending the time that they will see somebody, once they see a British person, you are leaving that seat with immediate effect. In UK, they don't have employment law. They will terminate your contract even before the end of the contract. Unlike in Germany now, once you pass Germany, Canada, I think US, right? Once you pass the 6-month probation period, nobody can fire you. Whether you're black, whether you're, nobody can fire. But in the UK, they don't have that employment. Is it employment true or employment thing? Your employer can fire you anytime. So if you're in UK and you get your tier 2 visa sponsorship, your job self is not permanent. But then if you're outside UK and you get the job from outside UK, before they will fire you, they will think you, because they spent money, they spend time. So they want to use you very well for their money before they think of firing you. So when I said, can you change tier 5 to tier 2? You cannot change tier 5 to tier 2. The only condition you can change tier 5 to tier 2 is when you come back to your home country to apply newly for tier 2. And in that view, you already know. So imagine when you go with a tier 5 and probably you got a job for tier 2 sponsor, and then you came back to your home country to apply, and then you go and then you start working for like 6 months, and then the employer now sees somebody that the employer now see a British person that is qualified for the job, and then they now fire you. What is now your gain? At least you've traveled out. You've seen how UK is. Is that the only thing you came to this life to achieve? Is that thing? But then some people might be like, what if they don't fire you? What if they fire you? What if they don't fire you? What if they fire you? So, The next on my list, number 4, is you actually need a sponsor. Yeah, you cannot just go on tier 2 visa sponsorship. So you have to look for charity organizations to actually sponsor the visa. The 5th one on my list is you need proof of fund. Can you people be seeing something? This UK, UK, Imagine, you're going to do a charity work for UK people. Yes, you still have to show them proof of fund of 1,270 for applicants, and then for sub applicants. I have a video about proof of fund, UK proof of fund. I'll put in the link in my description box. Just click UK as a playlist, you see the video. So 1,270. So if you don't have this 1,270, your employer can actually tick it in your certificate of sponsorship that they will actually be sponsoring you. Like they can cater for your accommodation, for your feeding, for your this thing. Then the next on my list is the 6th one is actually a temporary visa. I did not tell you about this. It is a temporary visa, not a not a permanent visa. And in that view, once your tenure, let me not jump. So the 7th one on my list is it does not count towards your residency. You know, in UK we have 2 types of residency. We have the 5-year route. And then we have the 10-year route. So it doesn't count towards the 5-year route, but it counts towards the 10-year route. Are you seeing what UK people are doing? Because they know that UK and it all because they know that, for example, you can actually get a charity organization contract for like 5 years, right? And your mind be like, in that 5 years you actually have your indefinite leave to remain. It doesn't count. So what they are trying to do is they know that you can't get more than 5 years. So in that 5 years, last you have to come back to your home country to do any other thing. Either apply for tier 4, either to apply for tier 2 or to apply for tier 4. And that once you've come back from UK to your home country, then you are going back again. That means your county just starts afresh. Can you see that UK is wise? Can you see that they are wise? Yes, they know what they are doing. UK is very stingy with their indefinite leave to remain and citizenship. They are very selfish with it. So they prefer to use you, use your money, use your skills, use your head, and then dump you. Yeah, because once you leave, coming back to Nigeria to apply for another visa, maybe after 5 years, you'll be spending up to 6 months. And in that view, there's already a break. So even when you travel again to UK for tier 2 visa sponsor or tier 4, that's when your count will now start counting, because they actually count continuous leave, the continuous amount of time you've lived in the UK without a break before they can offer you citizenship. Yeah, one thing they mean about citizenship is somebody that is like dedicated to the country, right? So you see that 6 month break, whether it's 1 month break or anything. Okay, so let's just say you don't even care about citizenship, right? Let's say you don't care. So the next on my list is number 8. You can only work in the job described in your certificate of sponsorship. So if you get a COS for a charity organization that they talk about, maybe child abuse or maybe this thing, that's the only thing you can do. You can't do any other thing. Your job that you will do throughout you leave the UK must be relevant to that job description. So the next one on my list, number 9, is you can only do voluntary work. Yeah, no paid work. But wait, so the 11th one is you can only apply once. Yeah, once in a lifetime. So for example, if you got like a 12-month contract, once you go like this and you come back to Nigeria, that's it. You can't apply again. Once in a lifetime. And that's why I'm telling you that you see what these people are doing. You see what they are doing. Let's keep going. So the next on my list is number 12. You can pick up a second job. Wow, nice. And in that second job, do you get paid or not? There has been some discrepancy in this, but according to what I read on gov.uk, to my own understanding, your second job, you can only work 20 hours per week, and that 20 hours per week, it has to be relevant to the job that you came to do in your certificate of sponsorship. For example, maybe if you got a tier 5 visa for how to be a carer, so your second job might actually be a care job. Now in that view, do you get paid for that 20 hours per week? Yes or no? According to gov.uk, you don't get paid for the 20 hours per week. You must not get paid because you're on this same visa. But some people, rumors are having it here that you can get paid. But me, what I read to understand on gov.uk is that you cannot get paid for that second job. But some people are saying it though, and I know that some people are going in the view of they will take up a second job and work regardless of if government approve it or not. So if you know, I don't know, but that is what I read. Some people can say you can work, some people can, but me, I don't know. You can read and that you know, but me, what I read, tier 5 visa conditions, you can take up a second job for just 20 hours per week, and you don't get paid for any job within the UK. You are there for just charity work. Second job or third job, you're there for just charity work. The 13th one on my list is it is not extendable. Oh God! And do you know the funny thing? Do you know that this visa you can actually go with your family members, right? So let's imagine you actually get a job in the UK, tier 5 visa sponsorship for like 12 months. Right? And then you go with your family, your father, mother, and children. You go with all of them. And in that 12 months, the visa expires, your contract expires. What happens? Assuming it's even still only you go, we can say, what happens to you and your children? Even if it's you and your wife or you and your husband and you learn more, but that child stay away. And you know, funny thing is, when you talk about 12 months or 1 year abroad, it's always very fast. It the thing will look like 1 month because time is always running fast there. It's in Nigeria, we used to be April you are slow, February you are slow. Abroad, the time is always running like this. In fact, when they say time waits for no man, in Nigeria, time waits for us, my dear. Yes, time waits for us in Nigeria. But abroad is the definition of time waits for no man. I don't know, maybe because you earn per hour, it's always moving like this. When you when did I enter UK? When did I, before you know, 1 year till film, the thing will just go film. So imagine you go with your kids and then you enroll your child in school and everything, and then you have to. It is not extendable. So even your best bet is when you're actually getting the visa is at least you get like 5 years, because if you get 1 year, that's the 1 year, not extendable. So after that 5 years, after that 1 year, what happens? You come back to your home country. Why? You come back for another person to go. Why? The UK is done. Excuse me. UK is done using you. They've dumped you back to your home country, ready to take somebody else to come and apply. You got me? Anyways, the next one on my list is the 14th one on my list is IHS surcharge. Like I told you, I'm coming to your country to come and do charity work, and then I still have to show proof of funds. I still have to pay IHS surcharge. Not just that, I'm paying for my family and I. So imagine a family of TV. So imagine you actually got a tier 5 sponsor for 2 years, and then you're a family of TV. You maybe husband, wife, and children. So in that view, you pay IHS surcharge for the three of you times the number of years you got as contract. Why? Even Jesus Christ of Nazareth, is this like this that he did charity when he came? Even Jesus Christ of Nazareth, he only turned 5 bread to how many fishes? Jesus Christ, just 5 bread. What am I saying? He turned 5 fishes to 2 bread, 2 bread and 5 fishes. That's what he turned to. Small thing to big one. Me, because I want to do charity, because I want to sit down beside God, because I want to enter heaven, because I want to be the first person to hear the trumpet, because I want to be the first person to on the firelight of the fire for everybody to burn, because it's me that want to call names on Judgment Day. No, because I want to be the first best person to make heaven. So that's why I'm coming to do charity work, to volunteer with proof of fund, to pay IHS surcharge. Hey, even Jesus, he not do wish this one. Jesus did not do wish this one, that we still accepted him as our Lord and personal Savior. Even when God came to do signs and wonders, he was just doing few work. It's not even killer challenge. So you pay IHS surcharge with your partner, with your family, everybody. IHS surcharge. It's not Google better you go and study. Though. So the 16th one, like I told you, is not extendable. And IHS surcharge per family parking is £624. So imagine you got 1 year contract for a family of 3, 624 times 3. You know how much that is? Imagine if it's for a 2 year contract, 624. Husband 624, wife 624, children 624 for 2 years contract times 2. Then when they ask you, what are you going to UK to do? I'm going to do a charity this thing. They ask you why? Because I want to make heaven. My dear, God will bless you as you've been a good person. You are a blessing to mankind. Online. Your type is rare. Your type is here. The person that was even typing this visa requirement, okay. So aside that, the 15th one is application fee. It's not actually fee. We are coming to do a show fee work. You pay application fee £259. On top, I want to come and give you my free service. I'll still pay application fee again. If it's not charity, tí o bá jẹ́ charity nǹkan £259 per person. Okay, so to buttress that point, number 16, like I said, it is not actually extendable. So they will actually pick let me leave this number 16. Number 17. Okay, I said it. You can't take a permanent job, so you can't take a tier 2 job, right? I've told you people. So if you feel like you are going there to work, you take a tier 2 job, then you come back to Nigeria, mind you're drowning yourself. So number 18, even that second job you have to take, it has to be a job that is relevant to your certificate of sponsorship, or that a job that is in shortage occupation list. Anything aside that, forget about it. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. So this video is not to discourage you not to move, but I know that especially UK channels, right, when they come and talk about visa, this thing, sometimes they don't used to tell you about the cocoa, because they want to keep making content on that this thing. And that's why when this tier 2 visa sponsorship came out, right, they keep saying how to apply to tier 2 without experience. Why? Because that's the one you want to watch and listen just to gain this thing. So most times they'll not tell you the cocoa of the hour, but I'll come and tell you. So if you like, listen to them. If you like, listen to mine. Is not to discourage you or anything. Mine is just to tell you to prepare your mind. And I've told you what I've seen in Gov.uk. And another thing I want you to know is that when it comes to immigration, right, once they set an immigration rule, if they say that this is what they will do, sure, you know that when you actually want to apply for it, they'll start doing more as if they did not say it. Have you noticed that? And the favorite victim of this is UK. UK is good in doing this. They'll tell you this is something, this is clinical. But then when you apply for it, they'll start doing more to one side, as if it's not them that say it. So that's one thing that you should know. There's a difference between what is written on the website, the requirement, and what is achievable in reality. So these ones I've just told you 17 things, hidden facts. I know that there are still more that you don't know about, but let's wait for the first victim. So overall, the only people I actually think that should actually go for this visa is if you are in UK, if you want to change from tier 2 to tier 5 in UK, you can do that. And that's if you have, like, maybe you have a YouTube channel or you've gotten a remote job. So that tier 5, you just use they enjoy your life for UK, no one come back to Nigeria. Or you actually have a remote job in Nigeria, and then you just want to go to UK and live. You just use that tier 5 to just, but then you'll be going for your work, but you get your own remote job. So anything aside that, because in reality, yeah, okay, this charity organization, I know they actually give you accommodation for your family and everything, but you know that accommodation in your colleague that be Dden, you got me? So the way they will give you accommodation, it cannot be like the way you accommodate yourself. It cannot be the way, it might be convenient for you, your wife, uncle, your children, uncle. It may be, they can give you food and everything, but what's the essence of waking up? I don't know. The ball is in your court. If you like score, if you like do penalty, if you like do throw, me I shall come here to tell you, because and UK won't buy award in using people and dumping them. They don't have good plans for you for this visa. It's just to use you and dump you back to your country. So if you want to be used, you can go. If you decide to listen, so I've told you, don't rush. It's not as if UK is running away. UK has been there since the time of Imemovia, and you still continue to be there. Take your time and plan. If it is tier 2 you want to go. Keep applying for your opportunity. Go. If it is tier 4, take your time. And even that tier 4, now I'm shouting it for you people. If you know that you don't want to study from your mind, leave tier 4. You will say these guys, leave tier 4. You being in the UK does not make it any easier for you to get a job. I used to tell you, UK is not an equal opportunity employer. They are stingy with their tier 2. So that's why I'm telling you that any job that cannot offer you tier 2 from outside UK, they can never offer you even when you are inside UK. She ain't about me. People will say, this girl, you've clinical. I'm just telling you, if you know that you want to study in real life, maybe you're going for this nursing, clinical important course, go. You will get. But if it's all these big masters that still for go for long, stay in Nigeria and plan, or even if you want to go and do masters, now you can look for other countries. No UK, they do not have job for you after graduation. You just be carrying certificate like this. Nobody will employ you. Me have shall tell you people. Anyways, that brings us to the end of today's video. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.